Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi y'all. What are you doing over there? Stop that. Alright, how y'all doing this morning? Early on a Sunday morning. And what does that mean? Yep, Fuzzy doing a day shift. Alrighty. Gonna have some fun times today doing a day shift. That's what we're going to do. So anyway, I was digging around and some stuff I haven't used in a while. I got a lot of stuff I don't use in a while because I got so much stuff. But anyway, every once in a while, people like to see the Starling in action. Phoenix Shaving Starling SE. And the epitome of a face hoe. The guiding utensil, you know, the hoe. But anyway, there you go. And it's got the open comb plate, which is the one I prefer. I haven't used the regular guard plate, and I don't remember when, and we're not going to start today, by the way. We're going to stick to the status quo, so to speak, because I like the, I am definitely an open comb type guy, by golly. So let's get the old blade loaded up. It's not a complicated procedure to load a blade. And now that I say that, you know what happens when you say something like that? You jinx yourself. So at work, we have a patrol truck for the property, and then we actually have to go off property, and we have an off-site warehouse and this, that, and the other, neither here nor the younger. But anyway, so we have a work truck. And one of these days, I'll tell you about that piece of garbage. 2020 Tacoma. And it's got the extended cab. It's a 4-door, but it's not a true 4-door. It's like an extended cab, and the little doors open in the back with a 4-cylinder. Don't get one of those. Boy, that thing's a piece. I know everybody go, oh, I got a Tacoma. I got 5 billion miles on it. It's still going great. Fine. Lovely. I bet it ain't got the 4-cylinder. I bet it don't run 24/7. That poor old truck, I tell you. But anyway, so talking about getting jinxed. I say I lost my train of thought. That happened. So anyway, we go and put fuel in it at night on the night shift, and that's, you know, when Fuzzy normally works. So my patrol driver can almost always, or had always, gotten a receipt. Some of our local convenience stores, they don't really care about whether you get a receipt or not, and the people that work in there, they mostly just keep the doors locked at night and can't really do anything. But he was good at getting a receipt. So I made a statement, you know, my patrol driver doesn't ever have to get just write out, because when we don't get a receipt, we just take a picture of the pump. We'll handwrite the receipt and everything. Oh, my driver didn't have to do that. The exact day I said that, he couldn't get a receipt. And ever since then, about every 3 or 4 days, he can't get a receipt. I did it. I jinxed him. It's all on me. The way we go. ZuZu's Petals. And of course, ZuZu was George Bailey's youngest daughter. And it's a wonderful life. And it's getting to be that time of year again when people start watching that old classic show. And while I was digging around, I decided it was going to be a rose morning. Everybody knows Fuzzy loves a rose-scented soap. So I looked at my, I got what? I got the Commander. I've got Starling Rose. I got Rose of Bulgaria Cream, which I don't think they're making anymore. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I want to know where I can buy another tube, because I couldn't find it a while back. I could find the aftershave balm, but I could not find the actual shave cream. Rose of Bulgaria. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. But anyway, so I looked at all these different roses, and I decided on ZuZu's Petals. It's a very nice rose scent. Thank you again to the folks that gave this to me. Which is implying that I remember who it was, which is implying wrong, because really I don't. But thank you. I had asked about rose-scented soaps at one time, and there were a couple of them were sent to me, and this is one of them. It's been a wonderful rose. I've also got one I didn't remember to mention was the young lady that had started making soaps after her science fair project, Soapy Science or something like that. I've got that one. It's more of a synthetic type scent to it. Still good, not complaining. This is a very Very nice, clean rose. One of my favorites is, of course, Starling also. And Soap Commander, love, is the Soap Commander's rose soap. And it is a very crisp, clean, kind of a tea rose like my mom used to grow scent. Very nice scent. So all these are really nice rose scents. But today, ZuZu's Petals is going to get it. We're using my favorite 1305 Smog. And we've only got, you know, just a regular day, day and a half, something like that growth. It's nothing nothing spectacular today. I had actually went a couple of days during the week. I was going to make a video with a heavier growth. And I don't remember exactly what happened. Oh, I do remember what happened. I was more tired than I thought I was. And I didn't get up in time to make it video before I had to shave to go to work. So, you know, there we go. Coffee this morning brought to you by Roush's, which is my local family grocery store type place here. They're spreading out all over the places. They got stores all over this part of Louisiana. And they sell their K-Cups for $5 for 12. That's their normal price. And to me, it's just as good as Community or anything. It's hard to beat. We got one here called French Market from New Orleans. And it's hard to beat French Market, but hard to beat Community. That's another New Orleans thing. But Roush's is, especially for the price, it's very, very good coffee. It's what I mostly drink at work these days. I take with me. So the Starling here has never been hard to use. It's still not going to be hard to use. It is a wonderful shaving SC. I am not always that big on newfangled things. And on this one, is it any better than vintage? No. Do I still prefer vintage? Yes. Does it work very well? Yes. And I know some people personally have problems with the guy that ran the company. I don't ever get into that because I don't know enough about it. But the products, you know, work. I've got some unmentionables, two-sided thingies, and they all work. But this is actually a very nice modern version of an SC. I know there's another version out I haven't showed. I can't remember if this was the version 2 or which one it was. If someone could help me out, lay it on me. I know how I am. I'm not going to go Google and look at a bunch of pictures and figure it out. But anyhow, look at that after the first pass. We could just do a touch-up pass. Hey, we could not even do a touch-up pass and just go to work like this and no one would notice. Working in surveillance today. Some will be in an enclosed room. You know, watching cameras and stuff all day. Or at least that's what I'm scheduled. Now, you never really know until you get there and see, because sometimes things happen, people don't show up, you have to move the roster around. And since I am one of the shift supervisors, I can do pretty much whatever needs to be done. So it's kind of nice when one of us works for one of the other supervisors, because if we need something, we can do it. One of the other night supervisors has some problems with his knees. And if I'm there working a shift, when it comes time to do a bunch of walking around, like let's say doing building unlocks or whatever, I'll a lot of times, you know, tell him, hey, give me the keys, I'll go grab the unlock. Put somebody in my place over here, whatever post I'm on, long enough for me to go grab your unlocks, and you don't have to stretch them knees out. He's a veteran and has those knee problems, so I'm more than happy to, and he's just all around a good guy, but I'm more than happy to help. But that is a neat thing when you're working with other supervisors. If something comes up, you've got somebody that can help and do whatever, and generally speaking, knows what's going on. And that doesn't mean it's always going to be done the way you want it done, because, you know, some of us do things a little bit different. But anyhow, just the way it goes sometimes. People don't always do things the same way, right? Who was it said? Was it Patton? I'm going to attribute this one to George Patton, and I may be wrong, but I'm not going to take time to go look it up. Someone said that if everybody's thinking the same, Someone ain't thinking. And I kind of like that saying. I like quotes. I'm one of those guys that likes to throw a quote out every once in a while, and I at least try to keep it straight. And I'll even use one every once in a while that I know good and well is not attributed to the right person, but there's certain quotes that people attribute to people, and even though they never said it, it's just become part of history. And so I'll even use a quote like that. I'm not going to be able to, for instance, World War II, the Japanese admiral did not say anything about, I fear we have awakened a sleeping lion, yada, yada, yada. That was the movie line from Tora, Tora, Tora. And from what I read, nobody can actually attribute that to, was it Yamamoto? Was that his name? He ended up, our code breakers. Another good story of World War II. If you hadn't ever read it, read that story. Our code breakers found out that he was going to be traveling to, is it Bougainville? Is that how you pronounce it? So they sent some long-range fighters, P-38s to be exact, out, and they ended up shooting him down way out. But anyway, he was the one that planned Pearl Harbor, is my understanding. So, you know, quotes are sometimes wonderful things, even if they're not exactly correct. We still use them to make our points sometimes. And you can overdo that, by the way. And I'm sure I have overdone that, by the way. But anywho, Winston Churchill, one of the ones I kind of remember by him, although I don't remember the whole thing right this second. Something along the lines of, he doesn't like this guy because he has all of the virtues that he doesn't like and none of the vices that he does. Now, he was a whole lot better speaker than I am, had a whole lot better vocabulary than I do. So he flourished it up and made it sound more British. But something about he has all the virtues I abhor and none of the vices that I embrace, or something like that. But anyway, I like that kind of stuff. All right, well, there we go. Look at that. Our regular shave routine. We'd already trimmed the goatee up a little bit and jumped in the shower. Starling, if you want a modern, it's not bad. It's not real heavy. It's aluminum, powder coated, and you know, it does a really good job. There's nothing complicated about it. You can pretty well use it like you do one of the vintage gems and use the cap there as your guide as to your angle and everything, and it will work pretty good. Now, I am not a representative of Phoenix Shaving, not going to be, but I do have several of their razors that have been gifted to me. I don't think I bought any from them, but they've been gifted to me, and I do find them to do their job very well. So, Aqua Velva, and this actually is in a plastic bottle. This is actually my travel bottle I found the other day. And I found a bottle that I keep in, I used to keep it in my work bag, but I mostly just keep it in my work vehicle in case I need to freshen up some aftershave at some point. But anyway, plastic bottle. It does not, in my opinion, have plastic stink. I know some people, oh, you need to decant that in the glass. It smells like that. This got that plastic stink. That's that plastic stink. Don't get it. I can't. Maybe it's just my nose. Now, I generally do keep a glass bottle and I refill it from the plastic, but I do that because I like the glass bottle on my counter. I've got a couple of glass bottles. Matter of fact, I'll just show off a little bit right here. This is a never before opened glass bottle that I don't plan on opening. It just sits here on my counter, on my rack, because I like having it, and they don't make them anymore. But I've got the bigger bottle, as y'all have seen before, and I just refill it from the little bottle. Can't find, that's another thing I haven't been able to find. There used to be a brand called Swan, and it was a really, really good clone of the Aqua Velva Blue here. Can't find it. Can't find the any more of this. This was the Old Spice knockoff. I can get Brute knockoff, and you know, I can still get Skin Bracer and stuff. But it's the herd is thinning. It really is. Every time you go, there's you can't find blades at CVS and Walgreens and stuff like that all the time. I can still pick up my treat blades down at the little grocery store for now, or last time I was in there I could. But the herd is thinning quickly, it seems like. So who knows, several more years and younger generation may not know what it is to stink no better. All right, well, there we go. I'm going to finish getting ready for work. Y'all go do whatever it is you're doing today. Happy Sunday to you. LSU played last night, and I don't know if they won or not. Don't have a clue. Didn't check. It wasn't that big a game. Traffic wasn't killer out there. They did have some, they pay for parking around here, and I think they had it down to like $40 for a car. It was been $60 before, so I guess it wasn't that big a game. But anyway, so people made a little money off of it. But anyhow, there we go. I'm going to go make a day out of it. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I told you to quit that. Happy shaves to you.